This is Daily Armenia, CivilNet's daily news digest. Here's what's making headlines in Armenia today. Republican candidate and ex-president Donald Trump won the presidential election in the United States today by beating his main opponent, current Vice President Kamala Harris of the Democratic Party. Trump's victory may have a negative impact on Armenia's security and foreign policy. Tigran Grigoryan of the Regional Center for Democracy and Security, a Yerevan-based think tank, told CivilNet, "The South Caucasus region has never been a priority for the United States, and it's going to become even less important for them with Trump in office," Grigoryan says. He also argues that the Armenian government's strategy of building closer ties with the West for security guarantees and potential military support may be in jeopardy while Trump is president, and would make the European Union Armenia's primary Western partner in its efforts to diversify away from Russian influence. Grigoryan warns that Azerbaijan might adopt a more aggressive stance in its relations with Armenia, likely to dictate terms more forcefully in negotiations. He suggests that without active US involvement, Azerbaijan could act more boldly along the Armenian border, potentially transforming current normalization talks into one-sided negotiations. In his electoral campaign, Trump claimed that he would establish peace between Armenia and Azerbaijan if elected, also accusing his opposition Vice President Kamala Harris of inaction during last year's Azerbaijani ethnic cleansing of Armenians in Nagorno-Karabakh. Trump's assertions of being able to end the violence and resolve the conflict stand in contrast to his administration's failed diplomatic efforts during the 2020 war in Nagorno-Karabakh, when similar attempts to broker a ceasefire, led by then Secretary of State Mike Pompeo, were unsuccessful. During the campaign, Trump has also made numerous claims that he could immediately stop the war between Russia and Ukraine, although he has not revealed specific steps he would take to achieve this. A court in the German city of Kassel issued a landmark ruling on Monday declaring that Karabakh Armenians are stateless persons rather than Armenian citizens, and confirmed that they cannot return to Nagorno-Karabakh due to persecution risks from Azerbaijan, in a final and non-appealable decision that was achieved through significant contributions from the Armenian German Lawyers Association. While this is a decision made within a national judicial system, it can be used in larger international courts to prove racial discrimination against Armenians. "This is a very important achievement," said Georgian Petrosyan, president of the Armenian German Lawyers Association and international law expert at the University of Erlangen-Nuremberg. The Armenians of Nagorno-Karabakh fled the region in September 2023 after a blockade that lasted more than 9 months and was followed by a one-day offensive of the Azerbaijani military that resulted in Baku taking Nagorno-Karabakh under its full control and ethnically cleansing the breakaway region's population. Following the forced displacement, some Nagorno-Karabakh Armenians sought refuge outside Armenia, including Germany, where they filed numerous applications for refugee status. The decision carries particular significance, given its timing before the International Court of Justice's upcoming ruling on November 12th regarding Azerbaijan's objections in the case Armenia versus Azerbaijan concerning alleged violations of the International Convention on the Elimination of All Forms of Racial Discrimination. The German court's ruling effectively addresses the complex legal status of Karabakh Armenians. Despite Azerbaijan's claims that they all hold Armenian citizenship, Yerevan's stance is that the passports with the 070 code that were issued for all Karabakh Armenians prior to 2023 only provided them with travel capabilities and did not automatically make them Armenian nationals. This precedent is expected to influence similar cases across Germany and potentially other European countries. You can also read our article on Armenia's energy dependence, providing an insight into how low Russian gas prices may be masking deeper vulnerabilities in Armenia's energy sector. You can read this article by following the link in the video description below. Also, make sure you don't miss our analysis of the recent diplomatic scandal in Brussels, where we explore the troubling pattern of threats from Azerbaijan's ambassador to the European Union and what it means for the Armenia-Azerbaijan normalization process. The link to this article is also in this video's description. And as always, please follow CivilNet for the latest news and independent reporting from our contributors on the ground here in Armenia.